What's up, guys? Today we're going to cover Unit 4, which is financial sector, topic 4.2, which is nominal versus real interest rates. All right, so let's first talk about real interest rates. Now, real interest rates are going to deal with the purchasing power. What that means is when I borrow money, the lender is going to want to get back the amount that is that's going to allow them to purchase the same thing that I was able to purchase. So if I were to purchase a package of dry erase markers today, right, from a loan, a year, 5 years from now, I pay back that loan. The lender is going to want to be able, with the interest rate, to be able to buy the same package of markers later, right? Since there's inflation, they want to take care of that through the real interest rate. Now, the nominal interest rate only talks about an increase in money that the borrower pays, right? So again, very similar to GDP, very similar to everything else between real and nominal. Real is going to be adjusted for inflation. Nominal is not going to be adjusted for inflation. Now, there's not a difference. Like, it's not when you go and buy a car, you ask, do I get real interest rate or nominal interest rate here? No, that's not. They're both interest rates. It's just that when you're looking at the nominal interest rate, you're just looking at the money that's borrowed. When you're looking at the real interest rate, you're looking at the purchasing power that's borrowed. Now, a real simple equation that you guys are going to need to know is that real interest rate plus the expected inflation rate is going to equal the nominal interest rate. And let me go ahead and write that down right. So nominal, right, equals real plus expected. And so, again, when you go out to take a loan, right? When you go out to take a car loan, they're already looking at, okay, we expect inflation to grow by this much for the course of the loan. So a 5-year loan, right, for your car, they're expecting that there'll be some inflation, and that's equated into the interest rate, right? Now, next thing we need to talk about is the time value of money. So, money has value in it when you spend it today compared to when you spend it later, right? So, would you rather have $100 today or 5 years from now, $200? Well, it depends, right? It depends on what you're able to purchase today with the $100 and what happens with inflation 5 years from now. Is what you could buy today for $100, is that going to get you more than what you could buy 5 years from now with $200, right? So you have to figure out what the time value of money is. And so there's a real easy way to calculate that, right? And we use the equation for future value is going to be the years. Squared. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this real quick. So it's the amount of money in the number of years, right? And that's going to equal the amount of money, right? 1 plus the interest rate raised to the number of years, right? So in other words, if you're going to take $100, right? Would you rather have $100 today or $200 in the future? You're going to add. You're going to multiply that, or first you're going to add, right? And then do the exponent. But it'll be 1 plus the interest rate, then raised to the power, which is number of years, right? And you're going to multiply that by, after you've done this, you're going to multiply that by the value of money. So if, for example, you would take 100, right? And then 1 plus the interest rate, we'll say the interest rate is 10%. And then, so there's just 1 year, right? So you would do 1 plus 0.1, that gives you 1.1 raised to the 1. That gives you 1.1, right? And so this times this equals 110. Meaning that in 1 year, your value of $100 with a 10% interest rate, or 10%, 10% interest rate, your cash value a year from now would be $110, right? Now, we can always move this equation around to kind of find out the present value and the past value. So I'm just going to go ahead and write those down real quick for you guys. The present value is going to be the money, or the amount of money over 1 plus the interest rate raised to the number of years. And this is present value. And then past value well, let's just look at the present value, and then they give us the past value, right? So it would be the amount of money over 1 plus the interest rate raised to the number of years, right? So the present value of past money. So the current worth of some future amount of money, right? And that's going to be our equations for time value of money, okay? Thank you guys for listening, and have a good one.